but I think I'm almost more excited for some peach cobbler.
Yes, and barbecue. Don't forget barbecue. Eric and Brandon are here from the Hickory Pit 2. We're going to be doing some barbecue and southern peach cobbler, as Joe mentioned. But first, let's take a look at that barbecue because you guys have been working so hard all morning. Can we take a look out back behind our Fox 10 studios? Oh, that looks really good, guys. Is it done? Do we get to eat it soon?
Yeah, we got some right here for you.
Oh, even some inside. That's so generous. Look at that, cooking enough out. You guys brought enough, it looks like, for the whole station.
We did.
A lot of stuff out there, working hard all morning, and it's all to benefit United Cerebral Palsy, and we're going to tell you guys how you can be a part of the Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue. But first, here's a finished product, here's a finished plate, and let's also talk about what we're going to need to make this cobbler. Going to do the dessert, why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we spent all day outside. Let's do something sweet.
Okay, so pecans I see here, some flour, some sugar, some cinnamon. Of course, you need peaches. What else?
We have butter, that's all.
Butter, okay. Well, that's easy, right?
Recipe.
Most things we have right in our cabinets and our refrigerators. What do we need to do first?
Well, actually, we have butter melting right here in the oven, and Eric's going to grab that out.
Okay, melt butter, that's first. And by the way, this recipe is, as always, on our website, fox10tv.com, on our Studio 10 page, so you can make this at home. Also something that you can get at the Hickory Pit, I'm sure.
Fridays and Sundays.
Fridays and Sundays.
One of our famous desserts. We don't make your traditional cobbler's 1-1-1 recipe, but we do it just a little bit different.
Okay.
All right, so we have a cup and a half of sugar. I'm gonna let Eric help me out here.
Okay.
We have a cup and a half of sugar. And we have a cup of self-rising flour.
Okay.
And we're just gonna kind of mix that together real good.
Okay, while you're mixing that together, Brandon, I want to ask you something. I know that you started out in the newspaper industry.
I did.
And then you decided to open a restaurant. I always find it interesting when people go from, one extreme to the other. What made you go from media to the food industry?
Well, the newspaper business was on a downhill slope. I was in the circulation department for a national newspaper, not a local newspaper. And we're having a whole bunch of layoffs and laid off about 2,000 people with the company right before Christmas time, and I was one of the bottom one on the totem poles and said it was time for me to put my own future in my own hands. So.
And you'd always wanted to open a restaurant?
Always wanted to open a restaurant, and actually my wife and I just had our second child 3 months prior to us opening the restaurant.
In 2009?
In 2009, so it was probably one of the scariest moments of our lives, but the Sims community and Wilmer community have really blessed us and the surrounding area. So.
And now your restaurant is flourishing.
It's flourishing, yes.
Great peach cobbler, barbecue.
We're actually selling barbecue also now out of Craven Cajun right next to DIP Seafood too as well. So.
Okay, and you're also going to be making some barbecue plates for the Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue Festival, and it's going to be next Saturday. Tell us about this.
Well, the Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue is next Saturday downtown at Church and Royal. It's May 17th. The gates will open up at 10 a.m. and we'll start serving literally a ton of barbecue around 11 a.m. till it goes away.
Okay, so get there early.
Get there early so you can fill up.
All right, and the whole family is invited. I know that that's going to be right in the area of like Fort Condy Mobile Museum, so maybe you want to take in some of the sights and sounds of downtown Mobile while you're there. Just make a whole day of it.
Yeah, actually the ticket for the barbecue includes entrance to the Fort Condy and the Mobile History Museum.
Perfect. Couldn't be more perfect. And of course, a great cause.
Yes, very good cause.
United Cerebral Palsy. So there's all the information on your screen. Again, like Eric mentioned, get there early, get some good barbecue, enjoy a day in downtown Mobile. We really do have a beautiful city. Go down and enjoy it. So we have the first steps to the peach cobbler. We'll save a few steps. And again, recipe, fox10tv.com on our Studio 10 page.
Back in our Studio 10 kitchen, it's one of the great days to be an employee of Studio 10 because we have a surplus of food going on here in the kitchen. And we've got the folks from UCP's Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue and Hickory Pit 2 as well cooking it up. What did you just do there?
I just melted some butter in there. What we're going to do next is we're going to do some flour and milk mixture.
All right, so if you've been watching throughout the morning news, you know that they've been barbecuing since early this morning. Now we're at the final part, making the dessert, so we're working on the peach cobbler. So take it away. Do the next step here.
All right, we're going to pour milk into our flour sugar mixture that we did earlier.
Okay.
And we're just going to mix it up.
So basically we got milk, flour, sugar, and butter.
No, yeah, well, here you got milk, flour, sugar. And you got your butter down here. We don't mix our butter.
Right. So, I mean, that's just all good stuff right
Yeah,
there.
that's all good.
That's why it tastes so delicious. So I'm going to let you keep doing that. Meanwhile, Eric, let's talk a little bit about UCP. We talked about the big event, the Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue, which is next Saturday in downtown Mobile. We want everybody to come on out and support that, but we want the folks to know why they're supporting that. What is UCP? What do you guys do? Why are events like this so important?
Well, UCP is a nonprofit that services over 700 families in about 28 counties in South Alabama. Those families may have a child or an adult with a disability, and we have programs that help support those families, from early intervention, preschool, supportive employment, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and we even host Camp Smile.
How rewarding is it, things like Camp Smile, when you go out there and you see the literal smiles that you're putting on some of these kids' faces and just helping them out so much?
Well, probably the biggest bonus to my job is every day I go to work, I get to see one of those kids in the preschool smile, or all of them smile every day.
That is awesome. And like I said, you can literally help put the smiles on their faces just by simply coming out to a great Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue next Saturday. So you've added this all together here.
We've added it all. We got our peaches now.
Key ingredient in peach cobbler. You can't forget the peaches.
Peaches in the peach cobbler.
All right.
And then we have, sorry, they're right here.
No problem.
I'm going to pour some of this juice in here.
Oh, you're getting the juice in there too. Adding all that goodness.
All of it. What we're going to do is we're going to spread out our peaches, though. We don't want them all cooked in the same spot.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't want one bite that doesn't have any peaches in it.
That's
Come on
right.
now.
Spread them out.
you got to spread the love a little bit.
That's right. You got to share the wealth.
All right. Well, I tell you what. You continue to do that. Where it looks like we're going to add some cinnamon to it, and then you're going to throw it back in the oven.
We're actually going to throw it in the oven before we add cinnamon to it.
All right. Sounds like a plan. We'll check back in on the progress in just a little while. But guys, don't forget, next Saturday, mark your calendars. Come on out for the Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue, benefiting United Cerebral Palsy.
Brandon and Eric are just like going through the menu, we're all trying to see who can make each other eat something first. We're all starving up here. Brandon and Eric are from the Hickory Pit 2 this morning, making Southern traditional peach cobbler. Also have some barbecue up here. We'll get a shot of that in just a moment, and that is because next Saturday is the big Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue, and it's to benefit United Cerebral Palsy. Going to tell you a little bit about that, but let's get a look at this too. Let's look at the food. Looking at the food.
So we had this in the oven, so we're going to pretend it's halfway done with the power of Magic TV.
Okay.
And halfway during the serving, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on there. And do it to your taste.
Okay.
And then we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of pecans on there, chopped pecans.
And just
This is not traditional.
Reminding everybody, yeah, this is totally different.
This is totally different.
Only need a few ingredients for this recipe.
That's it.
Some butter, you just melt the butter, some cinnamon, pecans for your recipe, some milk and flour and peaches, right?
That's right.
Did I get all of them?
You got them all.
That was
You say
easy.
sugar?
Sugar. I missed sugar. Darn it. Almost got all of them. But they're all listed for you, so you don't have to memorize them on fox10tv.com on our Studio 10 page. Peach cobbler goes back in the oven. Going to let that cook a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Eric, Hog Wild Barbecue Festival again next Saturday, downtown Mobile. Great cause. Tell us about tickets and what's going to be happening.
Okay, the gates are going to open up at 10. Your cost for a ticket is $12, but that's for an adult, and that will also get you into the Fort County Museum and the History Museum of Mobile. Children 5 to 10 or $5. And when you're inside the festival, what you can do to donate further to UCP is to support the People's Choice. And that's how you kind of get your vote in for the restaurateurs that are there, the contestants, and you can every dime and dollar that is donated, you get to vote for your favorite restaurant, and all those proceeds go towards UCP, but also allows you to support your favorite guys, your favorite team.
How many teams do we have this year?
We're looking at 40 different teams.
Wow, that's a lot of barbecue.
Yeah, it's about, well, we figure about a ton of barbecue will be given away.
So go hungry, just get a little bit from each team, make
Yep.
it fair. You want to
Yeah,
taste
walk
some of
around,
everybody's.
try it out.
40, that's a lot. So go hungry. And then you can go and get some of this peach cobbler. Are you going to have any peach cobbler there, or do we need to go to Hickory Pit and get that?
We'll have to go to Hickory Pit. We'll be busy barbecuing all weekend.
Okay, you guys are going to be barbecuing down there, downtown Mobile. Hickory Pit, where are you guys?
We're on 8919 Moffett Road, Sims, Alabama, right in the heart of Sims.
Okay, lots of good food there. And to finish this off, you recommend recommend putting some ice cream, vanilla ice cream or whipped cream.
Or whipped topping. Let's see, we'll finish it off and we are done.
Man,
We've been doing this
that
since
looks so
3
good.
o'clock this morning.
I know. Well, you've been cooking so much food for all of us. The barbecue looks great.
There we
The
go.
dessert
We
looks
are
great.
done.
I don't have a fork. That's the only problem that I see here. I'm about to
fix
just
that.
dig in with my hands. Again, recipes and all the information about Hog Wild Barbecue online, fox10tv.com, Studio 10 page. That Hog Wild Backyard Barbecue benefits a wonderful cause, United Cerebral Palsy, so make plans to attend next Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Don't mind if I do. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Enjoy.